Hi, this is Rock. We're going to talk about two functions, weekday and weeknum. Let's put in a few dates here. What weekday does is that it gives you the number of the day of the week that that particular date is. So let's use that. Equals weekday. There are two arguments. One's required and the second is not. But the second is very important, so let's talk about it. But first, the serial number of the date. This is going to be the date for which we'll bring back which day of the week this date is. I can hit comma to see this list of options for how to display which number of the week it is. If I don't do anything, it'll do this number 1, which is 1 is Sunday and 7 is Saturday. If I hit number 2, it'll indicate that 1 means Monday and 7 equals Sunday. Number 3 is Monday is 0 and Sunday is 6. So for certain reasons, you may have different numbers. Often you do this to feed into some other next step. But let's say I'm going to use the first one there and I hit enter. So January 23rd of 2026 comes back as a 6, which for the first list of return types, that means it's going to be a Friday. I see this weekday function as like a first step for something you would do where you would then take this 6 and feed it into an XLOOKUP or some other switch or other function that could then turn that 6 into something readable like the word Friday. But we're not going to do that yet, or not going to do that here, but just know that that's what that 6 means. If I copy this and I paste it here and here, this one looks like it's going to be a Wednesday. Let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then this would be a Tuesday. We can tell if we take this and format these to have the day of the week as part of the format, which is one of the options here in formatting. So if I do this, it's Friday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. So that's how weekday works, is it gives you a number. You can then take this and work with it and feed it into an XLOOKUP or something like that to display it if you actually want to display the name of the weekday. So now I'm going to do weeknum. Weeknum is the number of the week in the year that is represented by this date. So if I do this here, again, that's the serial number. And then in terms of the options here, if the week begins on a Sunday, you can put a 1 or leave it blank. If it begins on one of these other days, then you use one of these numbers, like 11. If you wanted the week number to begin on a Monday, you would put an 11 here. So that's how this works. When you have a drop-down list in an argument, you type the number that matches with the corresponding choice. I want my week numbers to be counted as Sunday being the beginning of the week, which means I'm going to have a 1 there. So when I hit enter, January 23rd comes in the 4th week of the year. I'm going to copy this, paste this here. March 15th comes in the 12th week. Paste it here. July 24th comes in the 30th week of the year. That's how weekday and weeknum give you the numbers of the weekdays or week numbers for particular dates. Next, we're going to talk about workday and network days, which is more math with dates and functions in Excel. See you then.